this is Kiele with Elite Training Solutions and GJFatLoss.com. Today I'm going to bring you our exercise of the week, the squat. It's one of my favorite exercises for burning fat, stimulating your metabolism, and it's also really versatile, so you can change it up quite a bit and do different variations of it. So the first thing I'm going to show you, I'm going to do it at a little bit of an angle so you can kind of see how, where I'm bending, how my torso is working. First thing we're going to do is just body weight. A good place to start is squatting down back onto something, preferably getting to the point to where you can squat down and your thighs become pretty parallel with the ground. If you need to build up strength and mobility to be able to do that, start with something a little bit higher like a bench. But otherwise, you want to think tall and thin, keeping those shoulders pushed down and back, chest open. Think about pulling your belly button into your spine, squatting back, and then really squeezing your butt, pushing through your heels as you stand up. You want the majority of your weight to be shifted back onto your heels. You don't want to be shooting your knees forward, so just sitting back. So from there you can do a unilateral squat, so one leg at a time. Once you've mastered and you feel strong with the body weight squat, so just sitting back again on your heel and standing back up. So you always want to think about pulling yourself down and really being strong about pulling yourself back up. Never just turn your muscles off and get down to the bench and then stand back up. Don't become lazy with it. Obviously, when you're building the strength, that may be the case to start. Then you can do it weighted. So we'll start with some lighter weights. These are two 15-pound kettlebells. Again, think tall and thin, pulling your belly button into your spine, shoulders down and back. It's real easy when you start adding weight to want to let your shoulders be lazy and hunch forward. You don't want that to happen. Squatting back and down and standing back up. You can also do that just one weight. And that changes, having the weight in front of you makes your abdominals work a little bit more, having to balance out that weight. So, and then changing to just one weight also changes how your abdominals have to work. So if you do however many you do on one side, do that on the other side, and you should really be feeling your abdominals having to stabilize and hold that weight. Then you can add on some heavier weight once you get strong with that. These are two 30-pound kettlebells. So same thing, tall and thin, shoulders staying down away from your ears, pulling your belly button in, always pushing your butt back, weight shifted back towards your heels, really squeezing your butt. Stand back up. You want to stand all the way up. Make sure, though, that you don't arch your back and use your lumbar spine. You don't overdo it. You can also do what's known as a zerker squat. So that's holding the weight sort of in your elbows. You can do this with a sandbag like what I've got. You can also use a bar if you've got a weight set. So you could use a medicine ball. Just holding something out in front of you. Again, shoulders down and back. Think tall and thin. Pulling your abdominals in, weight back on your heels, really squeezing your butt, standing back up. So that's squatting, getting your thighs down to parallel. It's a little bit controversial, but I think if you've got the mobility and you do it properly, it's perfectly safe to squat all the way down, butt to the ground. Make sure you're keeping your weight back on your heels. You almost want to think about opening up that kneecap so that you don't have that strain and pressure there. You're helping that quad to relax so that you're not putting a lot of tension on your knees, and then pushing through your heels, really squeezing your butt, just standing back up. So again, you want to make sure that most of your weight is shifted back onto your heels. If you need to, you can widen your stance a little bit more. And just work into it. If you start to get to here and it's uncomfortable, go ahead and stand back up, come back up. Make sure that you're keeping a good straight torso, though, that you're not rounding forward and squatting down like that. So there you go. We've got about 6 different exercises in one there. Squat works a lot of different muscle groups, and when done properly is absolutely safe for you. Will burn tons of calories, stimulate your metabolism, help you to burn fat effectively and efficiently. And also, up to 48 hours after you've done your exercises. So, the exercise of the week for GJFatLoss.com, the squat.